League of Tomorrow is back. Bringing you Dynasty value of Kenneth Walker and why you have him way too low in your Dynasty rankings. So don't forget before the video to comment, like, and subscribe. We are less than 20 subscribers away from 100. And once we hit that mark, I will have the producer come out from the shadows, take a couple back-to-back shots with me, and have a little celebration. So if you like to celebrate, definitely subscribe for future videos. Kenneth Walker! Kenneth Walker checks almost all the boxes. He ran a 4.38 40-yard dash, which was a 114.7 speed score. That is 96th percentile. He was an early second-round draft pick, and he was an early college prospect coming to the NFL, coming out after just 3 years. Now, he wasn't utilized in the passing game much with a 5% college dominator rating in the passing game, but his team didn't utilize the running backs like that. He still ran over 150 routes and had the most targets out of the backfield on his team. Now, Kenneth Walker is by far and away the 1.2 in this year's draft. And if you have the 1.3 or below, I would be aggressively trying to trade up to go and get this guy. In 2019 and 2020, he had the exact same amount of yards, the exact same amount of receptions. I know it's crazy, but he had 579 yards on the ground and 3 receptions each year. Now, this is where he decided to transfer and take a bet on himself. This is where he absolutely blew up. In 2021, he had 1,636 yards on the ground, 13 receptions for 89 yards. He had 1,168 yards after contact. That was number 1 in 2021. That is one of the most ridiculous stats I've seen from the collegiate level. And that was also number 1 in the NFL. And on top of that, he also had 94 tackles broken. He would also use this counter step to make linebackers lean the wrong direction from the start of the play. And he's also a running back that will run behind his line to let a play develop and then use his burst to take that outside for a long play. He has this great burst and he has incredible cuts to stop on a dime and avoid tackle. So let's take a look at the offense down in Seattle. They've always been a run-first kind of team, and with Wilson gone, you expect them to be one of the most run-happy teams in the entire NFL easily. If Rashad Penny is healthy, and that is a big if, because he's just been plagued with injuries throughout his entire career, will be utilized, taking some work away from Kenneth Walker. But with his draft capital, you can expect Kenneth Walker to be the lead back in Seattle. Now, with Russell Wilson out of town, I expect this offense to take a change. They're going to do a lot more short pass plays, screen games, getting the running backs utilized a lot more out of the backfield in these quick plays to take the pressure off of the QB. And while it's not the most popular opinion, I do expect because of this that Kenneth Walker takes a step up, which he can do in the passing game. Dynasty bonus. Kenneth Walker, bottom line, is a top 10 back for Dynasty. Fantasy Pros ADP right now, he's going around running backs like Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry that are on their second contract that don't have much lifespan left. And it's also a realistic thing where you could probably go out and get the 1-2 for one of those guys. I would even add a second if I had to, because in Dynasty, in order to have a successful team, you need to constantly be rebuilding. Why some people go all in for the championship and would do that, the smartest thing to do is trade away those older running backs and get a guy like Kenneth Walker. Fantasy Pros, what are you doing? I feel like I'm just reading wrong. They also have him around Terry McLaurin, Elijah Moore, Devontae Smith, almost all number 2s besides Terry, who's older, on their own team. I mean, if you can go ahead and trade one of those guys for Kenneth Walker, do it. But I think Fantasy Pros is a little high with their trade chart. I don't know why they have these receivers ranked so much higher than their running backs. That is a little stupendous value. Go get Kenneth Walker because he's not a guy who's going to lose value. Even if he gets injured this year, which he's known not to be injured, was never injured throughout his entire college career. Think of Travis Etienne, who got injured last year, was a first-round pick, and this year you're probably the same value. He hasn't lost any value because of that.